Two key qualities for great relationships are found in Proverbs chapter 3, 1 through 4. It says this, "My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commandments in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you prosperity. Let kindness and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man." Did you catch those two key qualities for great relationships? Well, I'll be back in just a moment, but first of all, let me just say hi and welcome to another Heart to Heart Talk with me. I'm John Kuert, interim pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. Glad to be alive, glad to be bringing to you another Heart to Heart Talk, and I hope that this will help you in your life, in your relationships, in all of your relationships, not just your relationships with in a romantic way, but in all of your relationships. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But let me again remind you that we have a great little church that's there in 499 Grand Avenue Extension in Clarion. And I'm the interim pastor, and we would just love to have you come and visit us. We invite you to do that, and we'll be blessed. We'll be honored. Well, did you catch those two key qualities for great relationships? Kindness and faithfulness. Kindness is the oil that takes the friction out of life. If someone had paid you this last year $100 for every act or word of kindness during the year, and at some time you had to pay them back $50 for every unkind word or action, would you be rich or poor right now? Well, that's the test. Or would you be about even? See, kindness is in the little things that really make a relationship work. Kindness sometimes gets misunderstood. It does not mean that you have to let people walk all over you. No. It does not mean that you have to say yes to everything. It means that you say no in a kind way. It means if you have to tell someone to go jump in a lake, that you make them think that they're really going for a nice swim. That kind of an idea. You can say it in a nice way. You can say tough things in a nice way, in a kind way. You don't have to be cruel. You don't have to be hard. That's what kindness is about. I know we all get caught up in the stress and the anger of life, but kindness is what makes relationships really, really work. Will Rogers, maybe many of you never heard of Will Rogers, but back in the early 20th century, he was a famous kind of, I guess you would call him a cowboy. But anyway, he said, "Be careful of the words you say. Keep them soft and sweet. You never know from day to day which ones you'll have to eat." And that's the importance of kindness. It's important in all of our relationships. I know some of you are listening today and maybe you're not yet believers in Christ. You're most likely watching other Christians to see what it's like to be a believer in Christ, and to figure out this thing. William Barclay talked about the importance of kindness. He said, more people have been brought into the church by kindness of real Christian love than by all the theological arguments of the world. And more people have been driven away from the church by the hardness of so many so-called Christianity than by all the doubts in the world. I believe that. There's something about kindness that makes a difference. And the second quality is faithfulness. And that simply means you keep on being kind. You don't just be kind at certain times or to certain people, but you show kindness consistently, 24/7. In the New Testament book of Ephesians, the Apostle Paul says it this way: "Be kind and tenderhearted to one another, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ has forgiven you. Well, let's try it. Let's try to work at those two things, kindness and faithfulness, and see if it doesn't help to improve our relationships with our family and with other people that we work with and people in your neighborhood. Well, again, thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you'll have a great week and a great day. And Lord willing, we hope to see you sometime, meet you in person. In the meantime, take care and God bless you. See you soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.